Hi all, I wanted to come on to just sort of address some of the shifts in the energy that we may have experienced recently. And so I woke up this morning, the sun was shining and things felt lighter. And what I was sort of intuiting was that it feels like we made a collective and individual quantum jump. And so what happens when we're quantum jumping is the time leading up to that, the cells have to gather enough energy to make that move, to shift onto the next timeline, the next pathway, the next trajectory. And what happened was in about, I would say, the 6 weeks leading up till now, we were in very much the cocoon phase, this very much gathering that energy. And while we were doing that, there was a lot of putting our lives under a microscope, really evaluating what it is in our life that we would like to take with us into that next space. And also what sort of belief systems about ourselves, where we're going, what we're doing, are ready to be let go of. So this time leading up to now, we may not have even been able to take much action. It was really a time of self-reflection, deep evaluation, reevaluation. It felt very retrograde-y in that it felt like we were pausing for a moment in time. And so while we were in that pause, we were gathering up the momentum that we needed to, and we were releasing anything that was heavy and weighing us down. And so what you may feel now is that things are starting to settle. So it doesn't necessarily feel like go time, make all the sudden decisions, move forward. It feels like a very conservative moment in time where we're putting our feet back on the ground. Okay, here's where I am. I've gone through a sort of dark night of the soul, dark night of the ego, really reevaluated myself, learned a lot about myself, where I'm going, what I believe to be true, what I know within my soul. And now I'm in this space of kind of taking stock of what's in front of me and feeling into things. Your soul's going to let you know what's for you and what isn't. I've spoken about this before. It's the expanding and contracting. So when something really is for us, our souls feel very expansive. They feel like, I can breathe, I can move, this is limitless, there's so much potential, there's so much room to expand my passions and desires and learn more. And when something isn't for us, it feels very contracting. It feels as if our souls are limited in what it is that we're doing currently. So a lot of us were in that period of contraction, which needed to happen, right? Like a contraction brings birth. We had to go into this space where we got really close and tight with ourselves and figured out what it is that we got to shift within. And this is the big thing, is that shift is so essential. What we do within ourselves, the way that we view ourselves, the way that we think about the world, everywhere we're putting energy into our thoughts, our emotions, all of that had to be reevaluated. And so there was a collective pause. And now we have landed after making quite a jump, yet we are still finding our footing. So if you feel like, okay, things kind of seem like they're settling out, but I'm not quite sure yet, that's okay. The clarity is coming. The two words I got were, we are now in uncharted territory, and that's fine, that's normal, and also illumination. So things are coming to light, that clarity will come. You'll know what feels right for you based on how it feels within your soul. So just give yourself time and grace, a little room to feel things out, and welcome to this newest space. Let me know if any of this resonates. I'd love to hear.